Hi students, this is going to be a quick video going over the parts of the report unit, and it should also help to highlight the important things about the assignment prompts. So I hope that this is helpful. The first thing that you should read is the market description, and that tells you about the topic of our report and proposal. So you're going to be writing a report and proposal about the corporate use of social media in a company that is part of the retail industry. So you can kind of read more about that. One of the important things to remember is that you should imagine that you are working for a new and up and coming company that does not have a social media presence. This is not a company that already exists. You get to make up a company name and what you sell. All of that is up to you. But I do, because that's so much freedom, I do want to kind of give a little bit of structure. So I'm asking you to focus on something in the retail industry. So to further define that large market, you should focus on promoting and selling goods rather than the manufacture or distribution. So I hope that will be interesting to you. It kind of incorporates things that most people are interested in terms of, retail shopping and social media. So I hope that will be interesting to you. So make sure that you read the market description. And then the second thing that you want to make sure you read carefully, sorry about that, is the report prompt. So for this report, you're going to research and write an informational report that provides background information about how a business uses social media in the retail industry. So let's talk about how you're going to do this. First, you're going to choose what company you want to research, and then choose which social media platform you're going to research. So if you're imagining that you're an athletic shoe company, that you work for an athletic shoe company, you're going to look at your main competitors, and one of them is going to be Nike. So you decide that you're going to research Nike's social media use. Then you can choose whether you want to look at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, Tumblr, Snapchat, Weibo, WeChat, whatever. You're going to look at Nike's social media use on that one social media platform. So you want to pick a social media platform that you use and understand, and that will be interesting to you. Then what you're going to do is collect primary research. So using the primary research chart that I've given you here, you're going to do a different chart for each day, and you can read more about the primary research collection in the primary research chart prompt. But after you collect all of that data based on your observations, you're going to go through and write your report. Your report should be 3 to 5 single-spaced pages in length, and that does not include a title page or table of contents. So the 3 to 5 pages starts after that title page if you choose to have one. I don't require you to have a title page, but sometimes students think it looks kind of fancy and they like to have that. You will notice that some of the sample reports are a little bit longer. That's because I used to require a longer report from them. So lucky for you, you are only required to write 3 to 5 single-spaced pages. And that means no less than 3 and no more than 5. So you have to fit it into that 3 to 5 single-spaced pages. The additional things to remember about the rhetorical situation is that you are a new and up-and-coming company. You do not have a social media presence. I repeated that twice because it's really important. You are a brand new company and you're looking at a competitor that is established on social media. Your audience for this report is a 62-year-old granny. So she doesn't know a lot about social media. She's going to need you to explain what a YouTube is or what a hashtag is, okay? And you want to pay attention to this audience because in future assignments, the audience is going to change. So for this report, you're going to have to give a little bit more explanation to help the 62-year-old grandma understand what you're talking about. Okay, so it's an exercise in seeing if you can explain things to anybody, even if they're not familiar with what you're talking about. And the purpose is to provide information. Your goal is not to persuade. We're going to persuade in another assignment, in the proposal. Right now you are reporting. So all you're doing is reporting what you found out. So you're going to do research and then you're going to report that research, and that's it. You're not going to give any recommendations. You're not going to give your opinion. You are only going to report your findings, and that's very important. All right. I do suggest that you look at samples in the book online and the student samples in Blackboard. So the grading for this is going to be according to the written communication rubric, and you're also going to want to pay special attention to the genre pattern, audience awareness, the video that talks about how to integrate and cite visuals, design principles, eliminating unnecessary words or redundancies using the paramedic method, using an appropriate tone, and things like that. So you also want to make sure that your report is free of unnecessary errors that might undercut your ethos. So basically, everything that we've learned up to this point is going to go into your report. And I hope that that is helpful to you and that the report requirements are clear. If you have any questions or you're confused about anything, please let me know.